Hey guys, welcome back to Cara's Cakes. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos from me, and give this video a big thumbs up. And as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be doing the turn a $20 grocery store cake into a wedding cake. I'll insert the receipt here. It was $19.99. So I am going to try to do a two-tier cake. This is the $20 grocery store cake that I got. It's mostly white with pink around the edges. As you can tell, it's not that high, so it's gonna be hard for me to get 2 layers out of this cake, but I'm really gonna try. So we're gonna give this a go. So I think I have a good idea of what I wanna do. I think I'm gonna try and scrape all the icing off, cut the cake layers, and then put the icing back on. I sent a picture of the grocery store cake that I bought to my family. They thought it was crazy because normally I make cakes, but I wanted to try this out. I haven't bought a grocery store cake in a really long time. We're gonna see what we can do. It's kind of scary because I'm used to working with my cake and my buttercream. I'm assuming that this icing is made with shortening, just the way it smells. Is that weird? Anyways, I'm gonna taste a little bit of it. Yeah, you can taste the shortening in it. Not really a fan of shortening. Maybe it preserves it longer and it's cheaper. Anyways, we are gonna get all set up and start with the cake. I have my cake board. This is the smallest cake board I have, and you can tell that it is way bigger than the actual cake. So I have these cookie cutters, and after I scrape the icing down, I might try to use these to make a tiny little mini cake. So I'm gonna remove the flowers first because I might use that coloring, but I don't want the green in there. I feel really bad destroying the cake. It took someone a little bit to decorate this, and here I am destroying it. Okay, so I got all the flowers off the top for the most part. Now I'm going to scrape all of the pink off the sides as well. The icing is softer than I thought, so I might have a better time working with it. Alright, so I got all the pink and red off. Now I'm going to try and scrape all of the white icing off. Once you take all the icing off, you realize how little the actual cake is. Alright, so as you can see, I took all of the icing off the cake, and I have a thing of mostly white, pink and red, and then this is kind of the green that I don't want. Where the cake is so small, I found these 2 cookie cutters, and I'm hoping that this will be good for the base of the cake, and then the small one will be okay for the top tier of the cake. It's gonna be like a mini cake, but that's what you get with a small cake. So I'm gonna cut out circles without making a mess. That looks pretty good, actually. So, 1 down, a couple to go. Woohoo! All right, pretty good. So this is gonna be part of the top tier, and it might just be 2 layers on this tier. Unless I can get one out of here. No, that's not gonna work. So it's just gonna be 2 on the top tier. So I have all my cake pieces ready. So I'm gonna try to crumb coat the bottom tier and the top tier separately, and then stack them after. So my strategy is just to do what I normally do, but just be careful. To get rid of all the colored bits that were in the white, I'm gonna try and put them in between the layers. I did try some of the cake, and I'm not really a fan. It was only $20. I'm very curious to know the food costs for this grocery store cake. I'd like to know how much it costs them to make it, and then how much they're selling it for, because they get all their ingredients in bulk, and I don't think they're using real butter, but I could be wrong. Butter is the most expensive thing. So if they're using real butter, maybe it is $20 cake. The icing kind of tastes, it tastes very sweet, like they're using a lot of icing sugar and maybe shortening. I'd like to know how much they're making. on this $20 cake and how long it takes someone to decorate it. Alright, crumb coating this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna put a support straw down the middle. This might be a fail video. If the title says fail, then that's what happened. That might happen. Okay, I think that's as level it's gonna get without me ruining it. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge. Oh my god, this is so difficult. It is so small. I feel like this should be called like the mini cake challenge. Comment down below if you would do this for your wedding. If you're really trying to save some money. This cake is so crumbly. My vanilla cake is more of a pound cake, so it's kind of easier to work with. Okay people, I think these cakes are gonna be rustic because it's so hard to put icing on a cake this small. So it's going better than I thought. The cakes are in the fridge hardening up a little bit. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to decorate. Once they harden up, I'm gonna do the final icing layer and then put some flowers on it maybe. I went through my box of fake flowers and I found all of these, some of these tiny little flowers, and then a bunch of these roses, I guess. So I'm gonna mainly try to use white flowers. So I'm just gonna do a rustic look because I don't think that I have enough icing to like fully cover this again. Okay, here is the top tier. It's so little, I don't know if you can tell, but like, this is my bench scraper. When I mixed what was left of the red and the pink, it made more of a red, so we're gonna go with it. So I think I'm gonna make this tier a little bit different. I'm gonna try to do the line on the side. If this was a bigger wedding cake, I would have a bunch of dowels in the bottom, another dowel in here. Usually there's a cake board in between each layer, but where this cake is so little, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And I might regret that after, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of icing down. It's on. It doesn't look too crooked, but as you can see, it's like this icing doesn't set in the fridge. It's really weird. There has to be shortening in it. Not that that matters, but it tastes funny. Anyways, I'm gonna try to fix up the side that I messed up. So I use a little round tip. I'm gonna pipe a little border around the middle so I can kind of hide where the cakes came together. So this is how the $20 grocery store cake turned out when I stacked it up like a wedding cake. So it's a 2-tier cake. I added some flowers. Overall, weird experience. The icing from my grocery store cake wasn't great to work with. I think there was shortening in it. It's like it doesn't want to harden up in the fridge, but it did turn out okay. I'm not a huge fan of the fake flowers. I should have got some real ones at the grocery store, but we work with what we got. So that was kind of fun. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see another challenge like this, comment down below. Give it a big thumbs up. Scroll down to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos from me.